yeah, I just can't quite fix or get a fix on anything visually. There's two. Two's tearing it up in there. Okay, I'm just going to support two for a little bit here and see if I can just reestablish here. Okay, that's another missile launch. That'd be the Maverick off of two. Okay, two's taking out a lot of stuff out there. That diamond is where that SA-9 was. Let me just double check, make sure that that guy's down. Yes, he is down. Let me go down a little bit more on the game. Oh, okay, there he is. Yeah, I spoke too soon, but he was down. That's a little railroad right there. It sounds like two's taking care of things very, very nicely. I wish two... Yeah, I wish it was a little bit easier to trade data back and forth. But I know, okay, there's two speeds. Actually looking up there around the bridge. Now let me just get back out here, reestablish, and see if I can take anything out. I think I just saw a missile go through my field of view there. Okay, so let me just come back out here, support visually again. Okay, that's a missile launch on two from right there. Okay, I've got that location. Let me pull my Mavericks up. Let me cage it back up. See if I can just roll in and get a good lock. Okay, two's hit. No, that was just a detonation. Okay, let me roll in on this location, see if I can just throw a Maverick in there. Okay, it was right about there. Okay, now let me see if I can pick him up. Right there, narrow. Lock, fire. That wasn't bad at all. That was about as effective a Maverick engagement as I've ever done, to be honest. Okay, let me go off and kick out some flare just in case. Chap and flare, I love this program. Program Echo is my absolute favorite. Okay, that's a good hit. I don't see anything else out there along the road. Okay, let me come back up. Reestablish and see what else I can see here. Now, okay, so I still see where I'm at. I'm still down here below Red Bridge, or Blue Bridge. Was that another missile launch? That's two. If it was, I didn't see where it came from. Okay, two, let's have you rejoin. So Wingman, rejoin.
Two, join up.
Let me just look for anything firing at two. I think in this illumination, that'll be the easiest. Okay, missile launch. Come on, two. Okay, coming around, same thing I just did, just AGM-65D onto this location. Let me cage it back up. Put it in there where I think I saw that launch from. Okay, gotcha. Lock. Let me go narrow. Okay, lock. I don't know if that's an SA anything, actually. Let me take it on over here to the right. Okay, let's go stabilize. Lock. Narrow. Take... come on. Let me go over to this one. That's my... Okay, that was my SA-9 right there. I got a little bit close. Let me go ahead and dispense.
Pull up.
I'm out of something. I'm out of chaff, but that's just fine. I'm just worried about flare for now. Okay, yeah, so I was able to identify that SA-9 in the Maverick display, which means I was way too close to that SA-9 to begin with. Okay, so let's go to comms again. Let's get two re-engaged. So Wingman, engage, just whatever you want to do. Engage ground targets. Since I believe we're both out of missiles at this point. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to CBU. Okay, so CBU single CSIP is going to be what I'm going after these guys in. And yeah, at this point, yeah, I would want to be higher. I'm just kind of playing this one a little bit unrealistically as far as my altitude, just so that it's... Although, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence on this one. I need to be low enough to... Okay, that was a guns run from two. I need to be low enough to be able to identify this stuff visually and pick stuff up visually, but not so low that I'm getting engaged by small arms and by SA-9 like I am. But yeah, at this point, not a whole lot I can do about it. I haven't heard from my ground force lately. I worry about them because I saw stuff initially up there to the north. Okay, let me just back off here. Go to my pod. Okay, so let me just cage this one back up to get it out of the gimbal roll. Let me go to the broken wing location. Slave it back up. And okay, now I've got rid of the gimbal roll. Now let me slave it on over to the broken wing. Come around here real quick and see if I can get eyes on this location and see how things are progressing. Do I see my force? I do not at this point. Okay, masked by my fuselage, unmasked. And my guys should have been coming up from this direction. And what else do I see up here? Nothing up here. Let me see along this road. Nothing. Did I get... Yeah, I got way too nose high. That's okay. Okay, let me just take it back down, get my airspeed, and trim back under control. Okay, back in the pod. Coming down the road. Everything seems to be cleaned up. That's just a little piece of terrain. I've seriously got to get this trim under control. Okay, let me bring the nose back down. Let me just engage my low altitude autopilot and put it into altitude hold mode. Just put myself into a nice hold right here. And get heads down. I've still got two. Let me go ahead and have you rejoin. This is a comms check. Are you doing okay too? Haven't heard from you in a while, although I've got visual on him back there. Let me try that one more time. UHF, wingman, rejoin.
Join up.
No response, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, wingmen are kind of weird sometimes with that. But, let me see, I feel like I've lost situational awareness here. I think I felt that way once I initially spotted that first SA-9, which was in a different position from where I thought I was looking in the first place. So Blue Bridge, to clear it on up here, there's the crash site. I've got nothing visual to the north. Nothing visual moving along the road. And, doggone it, I just wish that I had some more comms or knew the status of the ground force. As I look at myself in the pod. Okay, what are you? You're just buildings. Okay, nothing down here. Okay, let me go back to the crash site and just scan due north along this road. Okay, another building. Or I think that's a like a creek bed. Then go to the northwest. Another building. Okay, nothing up here, nothing down the road. Two smoking vehicles right there. Two might have actually taken out those two vehicles that I saw coming around from the north. Actually, I'm sure that's what had to have happened there. So at this point, I think... I mean, I would have to imagine that everything is squared away at this point. Now, let me cheat a little bit here, since I can't just contact my ground force, but I need to know the status of them. I'm going to go to the what is it, F7 view? Just see what all I can see down here. Although that's not working exactly like I would have wanted. Okay, that's Blue Bridge. And that is a striker, is it not? That's... what are you? Okay, that's a Humvee. Those I know. I've just never been exposed to strikers. They haven't really been around in any of the places I've been. But it looks like, at the very least, I have some of the force still up. Which is a good sign. Let me go to Red Bridge and scan that area. Okay, Red Bridge. Let me slave it on over to that steer point. So I'm seeing myself again. Let me wait till I unmask. I'm just looking in the pod out here. I think I might be getting enough light that I can see stuff visually a little bit better now. Not that great, but... Okay, let me just scan down the road one more time. And I've got you guys. That's not... Red Bridge, is it? Now that's got to be Blue Bridge. Let me just confirm that. Let me go down to Blue Bridge. We're up to Blue Bridge. Well, either way, that was not Blue Bridge that I was looking at. That had to have been up here a little bit further, and I think that those were friendlies. They had just moved up to secure the crossing. I don't know, I think I've either won or I've totally lost at this point. I've just got no comms coming in from my ground force, and I wish there was a way just to contact them to ask for a status. Okay, I've got 3 vehicles, a whole bunch of vehicles up there smoking. Which I hope those weren't ours. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to hold here for a while, so if something else happens, I'll be right back. Okay, so at this point, I've been flying around for a while. I've convinced myself that there are no enemy forces remaining in the area. I've also, unfortunately, convinced myself that my entire ground force was either wiped out or they've already pulled back or something. I just didn't notice. But I know that helo was still up, which kind of leads me to believe that, no, we were not successful in doing any of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is go in there myself and blow up the helo with Mark 82 Air. So I've already got that set up. I've got that steer point set up as my my SPI. So I'm just going to run in and do this kind of a CCRP release on this location from a lower altitude, so I can be a little bit more accurate. And I don't know, maybe that'll bring some resolution to this mission. I know there are no friendlies in the area. I've been scanning frantically for anything at all out here. So 15 seconds to release. Okay, 10 seconds. I'll depress and hold the weapons release switch. And 5 seconds. And release. So let's go ahead and get off this target. And a little left. Okay, let me just roll in with guns real quick and make this simple. Okay, what I really wish would happen is, honestly, what really should happen is, you've seen the on-the-range video about the last D wind profile. I mean, that was all down to the wind. It was just blown off the target, and it's because I didn't set the last D wind profile in the CDU, which is not a simple thing to do. That's something that would be done before the mission and just loaded into the system using the DCS. And if anything drastically changed, you might go in there and tweak it, but it's just such a pain, and nobody does it, and it should be something that is at least initially set up automatically for you. But I know the chances of that happen are or ever happening are pretty slim. But for now, we'll just have to live with the occasional off-target bomb when you would really like to be on target, and the system is really capable of getting you a little bit more on target. Okay, so pack 1. Fire. Okay, so that helo is destroyed. Got some nice HEI and API rounds in there, so there we go. That's that. And I'm going to go ahead and take it on back to base at this point. And I don't know why we wouldn't have done that in the first place. Why do we need that EOD Marine team to go in there when I could have just dropped a bomb on it? The avionics, I mean, you'd be just as happy destroying this stuff or destroying any crypto or anything on a helo like that with a bomb as you would by having a team go in there and recover anything and blow it. There would be no reason to really do that in this case, especially when you're up against some kind of opposition. But still, fun mission. This was a good mission. I have a feeling if I flew this again and had a little bit more of an idea, I think it was those forces up to the north that I saw initially, first thing, that took out my forces that went in there to get the helos. Of course, you saw it all happen in real time on the Tacview. That's a luxury that I don't have myself. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to go back and see exactly what happened there. But yeah, for now, let me go ahead and get set back up for a landing and get this mission done. So let me go master arms safe, gun pack safe, laser arms safe. I'll leave my pod up and get my trims set back up. Okay, 2, just in case you didn't get the word at some point. Let me go rejoin.
2, join up.
On you, although I think you were already rejoined. Yeah, I can see him back there in trail on me right now. Okay, so let's see. Preparations for landing. I don't have, unless I'm mistaken. No, I've still got my I've still got the knee board for the demo up. I don't have my checklist, unless it's at the very end, which I don't think it is. So no, all I have are maps and yeah, no checklist items. So I'll just wing the before landing checklist here. Okay, so it's really set up at this point anyway. There's really nothing to do other than start to secure some systems. I'll go standby on my countermeasures system, and I'll just go ahead and take the approach. Now let me go ahead and go. I don't have an ATC frequency for the location, or I might actually be set up on it already, 124, although that doesn't sound right. Since it was a runway start, I didn't worry about it. And since it was a runway start, I'm not going to worry about it now. So I'll just go out here to the field, acquire it visually. It's right there, I think. And okay, let me go into the TAD actually and find my field. So let me go back to my flight plan. And I need steer point 5, I think it is. 4, 5. That'll take me back to the field.